Bam, damn, a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose. Alabama, here comes a heat.
Cornelius Bennett.
Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Duncan. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns it corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
All right, like you hear that.
I'd like for people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't ever been nothing but a winner.
Alabama defeats Miami. College has succeeded.
This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide and roll Tide again. If I remember correctly, let me look around. Oh, yes, big old Georgia Dogs went down again this weekend to our mighty Alabama. And just in case y'all missed it, we are Bam Dam, a damn Alabama family, and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brothers and sisters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. At this time, I want to bring on my brother. This is his show tonight, so I'd like to bring on Mr. Alabama Tide himself. A.T., come on down, sir.
It doesn't just roll out great players. He and his staff develop them. It's all about the process.
How's it going, A.T.? Good to see you, brother.
Yo. Yo, I love it. Every time I watch that intro, I just think thank you, Tommy. I tip my hat to him every time. That's beautiful. He makes me look good. Mr. Tommy's in the background, Mr. Icebox in the background doing all the yeoman's work tonight, y'all. I appreciate you, Mr. Icebox, for helping us out. How you doing, Mr. Spencer? Everything going good at your household?
Wonderful, sir. Doing wonderful. Doing great. Enjoying life right now. I've had a chance to rewatch that Alabama-Georgia game probably about 12 times. So, yeah, my mind's got different ways of thinking about it, but I had to rewatch it and question myself on it. But as our topic says, put a bow on Georgia. Vandy, y'all next. So before we get started, I know I've got a lot of great comments that's come in that's asked for enjoy the scoring and the hard work that AT puts in. So, AT, if you'd be so kind to give us your lineman, offensive line scoring breakdown. So bring it to us, brother. You take front and center.
10-4, big buddy. I got you covered. Hey, guys, y'all know we got the number 4 school. Fourth biggest stadium in SEC, the 8th biggest stadium in the country, and the 10th biggest stadium in the world. So we got a pretty big stadium, held 100,077 screaming fans, which we know we had more than that there because we kicked the living shit out of us in Georgia. I don't care what the final score was. They got a moral victory out of it, and that's all they got. And that moral victories are for them 4 and 8 teams. Anyway, so I like grading the offensive line out because that's my passion. That's my labor of love. So starting out on left tackle this time, Mr. Caden Proctor has been showing out this year. He has not been giving up in sacks like he had been done the last couple of years or the last year. Mr. Proctor and them, they had the ball for 65 snaps. Proctor was right. Guys, that's exceptional. That is great. You watch the whole game, you could tell. That's the reason why he graded us. He done great, brother. Mr. Proctor done. I won't tell you, they're all up there too. It ain't just him. The left guard, Mr. Booker's been grading out great this year. Guess what? Mr. Booker got 81%. They both got the same grade of 81. And hey, listen, I'm not taking it easy on our guys just because we win or lose a game. I look at it with subjective, objective look at it, and I figure out how I think the guy the play should have been ran, and he don't do it. I don't grade him for it. I give him a minus.
Okay, right quick, before you go any further. Please explain to everybody, somebody who first clicked on for the first time, that don't understand how you grade them. You popped out 281s, which is the best I've heard since you've been doing this from last year. Please explain how you grade them.
What you do, guys, is you watch every play. You watch a guard, the tackles, you watch each position you want. You can watch both tight end, all the tight ends. You wonder if you got time, but it takes so long to do it, you don't. So what you do is you take each play and you watch a player. If he's supposed to block the guy in front or slide down and block, and watch him. If he blocks him and if he gets him out of the play like he's supposed to, that's what's a plus. If he don't make it or don't give a good hustle effort don't get you the grade either. But if he ain't hustling and ain't trying, again, you don't get a plus. You just get a 0. You get a 1 or a 0, 1 or a 0. And at the end of the night, Alabama had the ball 65 plays. Mr. Proctor he was right 53 out of 53 out of 65 times. He is correct. So he only missed his block or his assignment 12 times. What you do is you take the total number of plays, which in this case was 65, and divide in the number of plays you got right, which this case was 53. So 65 and they add to 53 is 81. There's 81 something point something %. I don't grade up or down. If it says 81, that's what I give them. So they get a +1 for getting it right, and they get a 0 for not getting it right. And so if they do at the end of the night, you add up all the ones and divide it by the total number of plays, and that's how you get the grades. So what you do is you watch one play. You watch a left tackle, rewind it, watch it again, watch a left guard, rewind it, watch a center, rewind it, watch a right guard, rewind it, watch a right tackle. So for every play they ran 65, you multiply by at least 5, and that's how many times I've watched each play of the ball game. So I'm pretty good at watching these guys, and I'm pretty good at knowing who they are and how good they are. And I can tell you right up front who done good without even looking at the grades, to tell you the truth. But that's how you do it. So it's pretty simple. It ain't hard to do. It ain't just a little +1 or 0. Anyway, so Mr. Booker and Mr. Proctor both was right 53 out of 65 times, so they both got a score of 81. 81 is very, very good. I mean, it's up there, all SEC, All-American ranks. And then you go to your center, Mr. Brailsford, who's a well of a lot better center than that McLaughlin kid we had last year, couldn't even snap the damn ball right. Mr. Brailsford, get this, he was right 83% of the time. He got 54. One more play was a 2% difference. So he graded out 83%. Mr. Brailsford, our center, got right 54 out of 65 times for a score of 83% or 83. And then your right guard, my favorite player on the team, I call him the Hulk, Mr. Jaden Roberts. And I tell you, he's going to be a first-round draft pick. Tell me these Alabama kids going to be something special. But Mr. Roberts was right 51 out of 65 times. He only scored 78%. So he was right 78% of the time.
I'll take that all day long.
I'm telling you, man, our offensive line done great. Listen, it really does tell you what was happening. Well, it wasn't a line, the second half was not the offensive lineman's fault. We didn't do this good. Something else was going on. So anyway, that was Mr. Roberts. He graded out at 78% out of the night. Then our final offensive line was Mr. Pritchett. Since he's been at right tackle, he's solidified that line. Mr. Formby just wasn't ready. But Mr. Pritchett got it right 53 times out of 65. He graded out 81%. So 3 of our line graded out 81. Our center graded out 83. And my favorite player, Mr. Roberts, graded out 78. So out of the linemen, they all 81, 81, 83, 78, 81. And you go to your tight ends. The tight ends, because there's 3 of them, and they don't ever do as good as the other guys do just because there's so many of them guys. So, but they was right 75%. Our tight ends graded out at 75%. So as for the lowest score of the night, again, was the tight ends at 75%. But that's 3 out of 4, and that's how come we jumped out to such a big lead. They were popping and blocking and doing what they're supposed to do, and Georgia couldn't handle it. Georgia made some adjustments in the second half, and they slowed us down. And we started faltering and couldn't do this and couldn't do that. But right here it tells you it wasn't offensive line. What were they doing different? We only had 5 offensive linemen and a tight end. They could send 6, or they could put 7 up there, but we only had 5 or 6 to block with. And they made adjustments, and they stopped us from getting outside around the corner and letting Jalen get outside. They started putting 3 on the outside corner instead of 1 on the outside corner because one man wasn't going to catch the dude. So all night long, that's all it was. When Georgia finally made their adjustments, we was up 28-0 and laughing at them. That's what they graded out tonight, Mr. Spencer. They graded out great. But credits to Georgia. They made a comeback. But, hey, listen, moral victories are for losers. So y'all enjoy your moral victory.
That is the best our offensive line has scored under your perimeters in 2 years.
Yes, sir.
In 2 years. That's the best we've done.
I got 110% with. They really graded out good, so that's why I mean the game. It wasn't offensive line that let them back in the game. It was the defense. For Georgia started playing a little bit better. They put more guys up there and we could block. We dropped some passes. We made some mistakes here and there that if we'd only made one play more, if we'd stopped Georgia on a 4th and 1 or got that 4th and 1 we had, we probably would have went on and blow them out and broke the camel's back. But we never did get that one play to break the camel's back. They kept just sneaking right back in there and just –
Well,
they had skin in the game.
Well, to me, I'm going to tell you straight, and I have to agree with Icebox back here running everything. Thank you, Icebox, being back here. He even said you did a good job. And it's hard to get a compliment out of that man. You know, he's got to stick all the way up that ass, you know. If it ain't been over like somewhere Bigfoot's been, he ain't giving you no damn compliment. Just telling you straight up. But obviously you bent that stick over tonight. You did a good job, brother. Good job, my man. Anyway, with that being said, a lot of fun. Me personally, AT's going to have the run of everything tonight. He's going to be asked quick, but I got to ask him this real quick. To me, this game, we came out with Georgia had no clue what was going to do. And to their defense, that they had no real film study on us. They've been hiding a whole lot of stuff. They could go back and look at coaches here, there, what they did this game, what they did to Tulane, how they used a bathroom back in the 80s. They could look at that. They had no clue what they was going to do with the talent we got. And it bit them in the butt in the first half. But
I agree.
Kudos to Georgia. They did great adjustments at halftime. With that being said, why do you think, what you saw the game like I did, and I've watched it 12 times now. You watched it a lot more than I have because you did the grading. What was different in the second half besides the adjustments?
Well, that's what it was, Georgia. They made adjustments with their defense. They got more guys up on the perimeter. They stopped the perimeter run, especially with our quarterback. And they once they stopped the perimeter run, we quit trying to run the same offense. But I'll tell you what happened. Also, we took our foot off the gas a little bit. And anytime you take your foot off the gas a little bit in a race, you fall behind a half a mile before you can get caught back up. You done gave up a whole lot of ground, and that's what we done. We finally let them. We had a couple of plays at 4th and 1s. We should have, could have, and would have. If we'd have got it, game over. But that, to me, that's what it was. It's just that's the difference in the game. The second half, Georgia did make an adjustment. They got their perimeter shored up so we couldn't get outside. And for some reason, I still ain't figured this out, why we didn't try to run the ball between the tackles a little more, because we got 2 offensive guards and a center that are 3 of the best in the country. This team's going to be up for the offensive line. Maxwell, what's it named? Maxwell. Best offensive line in the country. They're going to be up for that award. So we should have ran between the tackles, at least not between the guards. And then we never did. We just never did.
Let me go back to your grading. At least run to the left side. left side holes there, in between the center and guard or between the guard and tackle, because it was tackle was 81, guard was 81, center was 83. Just off of your grading.
They graded out.
We should not have did quick openers up there. I agree with you. I don't understand that myself. I mean, what do you think?
That's amazing. And I'll tell you something also, by watching this, we had one play. It's in the video. If we got the video, I think we do. But one of the videos show you we had either a poor play design or just a bad call on that 4th and 1. I mean, you can watch it and see it for yourself here in a minute. But I think we didn't just ran between the tackles. I think we'd kept right on trucking. But like I said, we were missing plays by this much. Georgia would catch a ball of this much, and we'd miss it by this much. And that's how they got back, a little scrapping, a little inch, a little time, a little glimmer, a little slimmer, a little hope, a little more, a little more. Next thing you know, they're right there on top of us, and we got to go back down the field and score ourselves.
Well, truthfully, with that, what you just said, feeding off what you just said, Kirby Smart and Georgia did hit the perfect storm. They hit the perfect storm. Their ass was down, 30 to 6 in the first half. They were down. Anyway, their ass was getting beat after the first half. So what they had to do at that point is throw shit on the wall. It don't damn matter. If it don't work, hell, we're losing any damn way. Let's go for it. Let's do this. Let's throw here. Let's go there. Let's do this. And I don't know how you defend for that. I don't even know how you coach for that. Because your mindset is, okay, they really don't want to do that because they lose. They're going to lose this damn game even worse. But they didn't give a shit. They was going for it. And it worked out. Now, me, myself, after watching it as many times as I have, I don't know after the second, fourth down that Georgia had that we let them do, why we did not change up how we was going to attack Georgia on 4th down plays. They got 3 more after that, and we were lining up the same way. And I'm like, what? Same thing happened. We got to quit that. We got to get better on that. We have to. I mean, what do you think there, AT?
I agree with you 110%. The 4th and 1 and stuff like that, we got to stop that. We got to do better on it. By the way, the score was 30-7 at halftime. I knew it was something like that, but I didn't know something.
I was off 1 point. I hate them that much. Go ahead.
Me and you both, brother. I tell you what, though. How do you cover Ryan Williams unless you double him? And if you double him, you got to take somebody out from watching Milroe. And if you watch Milroe, then we also got some other targets we're going to have. But Ryan Williams, hey, guys, now Ryan Williams is a generational top player. He'll be there for 3 years, and he's going to go pro. I don't see him staying 4, Mr. Spencer. I don't know about you, but I think Ryan Williams is going to be the best wide receiver in the country this year. And I know Ohio State's got a kid, Jeremiah Smith or something like that. He's very good also. But Ryan Williams made him look like a Three Stooges out there on that last play of the game on offense.
They did. I understand that you got some film you want to roll.
Yeah, we got a couple in there.
Would you go ahead and ask Mr. Icebox to roll some film?
Yeah, go ahead and run that first one I sent you as far as the plays go. That number 97 drives a quarterback real quick. Guys, you fix to see, it should be where our quarterback is throwing the ball. Yeah. He's going to watch number 97 off the right side. He's a right tackle. He's going to come clean. There he comes. And watch what he does. Watch it. That right there, you didn't get to see a good play of it. Right there, he drives him into the ground.
He can back it up. He can do that.
He can back it right there, right to the edge of it. I mean, I couldn't do no better than this. It's the only view I had. I could not. I wish to God I could, Icebox. I'm sorry. But again, that defensive tackle, he comes clean for whatever reason. They just, the right tackle goes right and the left guard goes left, and they let him go free. He drives him in.
I don't know what Icebox is doing right now. I don't know what he's playing
He's
with.
He's trying to get that next
There we
clip,
go.
the next step, right there. All right, you see how he's got him. Now, if he just falls forward, that's fine. But watch him how he pulls and bends and tries to. He just drives him in and lands him on top of his shoulder right here. If he can, right there. I'm sorry,
legal,
guys. That's what I'm saying.
I would have done the same thing. That's legal. I'm sorry. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, that's what it should be legal, but it's no longer legal. That's called driving a quarterback into the ground.
I hope that was one of the misses you just saw right then on that gentleman. He missed that block all to hell and back.
Yeah,
he went to
Jaden
the
Roberts.
inside gap, but he just let him go. He didn't block him at all.
Yeah, we've done that a couple of times throughout the night. Of course, there's a Ryan Williams over trying to catch a pass. But anyway, so that was the first one. I just wanted y'all to see that right there. They talked about it during the game that is illegal because when you drive the quarterback into the ground and land on him, I know back when we played Spencer, it wasn't illegal and it shouldn't be, but they do call that driving quarterback into the ground when you land on top of him the way he did.
But they didn't call it. They didn't call it.
They didn't call. I agree. So he got away with it, or it wasn't illegal. Say again, brother.
So is there another one coming up?
Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 more on here. Go ahead and start that next one. So Georgia's got it 4th and 1, and it's about 10 minutes to go in the quarter. They're going to go for this on 4th and 1. Watch number 22, guys, right there. You see him standing up. Watch him. He's going to come clean on 4th and 1 here. Nobody's going to get him. He's got him in the backfield, 4th and 1, right here at the 45-yard line. Watch him. Whoop! He just goes around him. First down, Georgia. Had him in the backfield for a 4th and 1 and a loss. 4th and 1. That right there would have been the backbreaker. He comes clean and just misses him. I mean,
he didn't come totally clean, but he had a full shot on him and didn't do it.
There was nobody there. He comes between the tackle and the guard right there, and he's got him, and he just right around him.
He got him.
If he stops him right there, we got the ball first down at their 40. I think that's 42-yard lines. I mean, that's one of the what ifs, right?
That's what I was saying. That perfect storm that they were playing with.
Right. That's what I mean. We were missing by inches, and they were just getting it by inches, and that's how they worked their way back into this game. Because you could tell, I mean, they should have made this tackle, but Mr. Overton don't make a tackle. Hey, nobody's perfect. He slides by. There's a guy getting pushed in the back right there. If you want to see that right there from behind,
it was, but it didn't get called. It
didn't get called. That's fine. I mean, I didn't notice it before just now.
Now, with that being said, that's one thing I am glad about before we move forward. Keep where you at right there, Icebox. But one thing I'm glad about, they did, for the most part, let these teams play. There was missed calls on both sides. I am not denying that. But at least the umpiring staff did not take the game all over and say it's all about me.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. I mean,
that's about that. So to them, kudos. All right, what's your next one you got going on?
Okay, you go ahead and bring that next one up after this play. It's let's see, it should be another 4th and 1. This is where our quarterback. Okay, when you first start this play, stop it when he starts in motion up there at the top. When we get up there to the line, I don't know why this is doing this. To the left, and get ready to stop it. All right, see him in motion. Stop it now. All right, you seen that guy coming in motion, right?
Yeah.
That's Bernard, number 5. That's that transfer from Washington. And for the life of me, this is either a poor play design or a bad play call because I don't understand. Because what he's doing, he's coming across, and then I understand that now they know they're in man because that guy's going to be trailing him here in just a second. And he's going to turn around and go back the other way. And Bernard, number 5, is going to get stoned right there at the line of scrimmage. Why they didn't keep number 5 out there on the sideline away because we're running left here. If it had kept him outside, there's nobody that would have got number 26. Go ahead and run it, Icebox. Watch this tackle, guys. Watch that guy going in motion. He's going to get stoned. Watch him right here. Boom! And he blocks the hole and knocks him back. If he wouldn't have been there, if he'd have stayed outside and not come in motion, start it over, but don't let him come in motion this time, Mr. Icebox. Just freeze the play as soon as you've started up. All right, right there, stop. All right, right now, that guy, well, he's already in motion. You're going to have to take him back out. the guy was what if you look at it now, you can see there's opening there right now. There wouldn't have been nobody there except for the safety and the cornerback back to back.
What you're saying right now, because we can see the guy's knee going in, so he's already in motion coming in. So he's coming in with him. If he would not have did that, then he'd have been out there with him. Yeah.
Right. It'd been nobody would have been there. So that's what I mean by poor play design. He should have stayed out wide and like he's going to go for a pass and then fiddle farted with him out there if he wanted to. And that right there would have, been first down in our ball.
All right. Now, as Buck's getting bored, he's playing these quick now.
Oh, let's see what we got. He's showing that run again. He's trying to show us what it is. If number 5 ain't there, that guy don't follow him in. That whole left side right there he'd got the first down. There would have been nobody there. Oots would have been out blocking that guy, so it'd been a first down. So anyway, they stoned us right there, and that was 4th and 1. They get the ball, and that keeps them alive. And that's what kept their little glimmer of hope. That's their inch by inch by inch mentality until the second half when they could catch up and make a better ball game out of it. Now, your next one, if you want to go ahead and get ready for that one, Jalen makes a bad read right here and keeps the ball himself. If he'd have gave it to this back in motion right here, I apologize. There it goes. If he gave it to this running back, it comes right here. Instead of keeping it, watch out there to the left side of the field. If he gives it to this guy right here, see, look out there. And then he fooled the camera. Look, now he tries to run. He gets stopped back there. That was also a second. What was it? 2nd and 8.
But that was on Jalen. Yeah, Jalen made a bad read. He made a bad read on that one. Yeah, he should have gave it up. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm saying. It's smaller things like, that wasn't a small thing, but if he gives it to him, look how many guys are out there with him now because they was keying on him. There was 5 or 6 guys out there with him. But when this guy runs by, if he gives him the ball, there's only one player that's actually got an angle that could stop him. The other guy's getting blocked. That's probably a touchdown.
Well, let me ask you this before we go any further. Let me ask you this. All right.
Go ahead.
What if the play call was for him to try to move the defensive back? It was a quarterback draw all the way. So if Jalen would have went, let me give it to him. He wasn't ready for it. It could have been a fumble right then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been.
We don't know play calling.
It could have been a quarterback run all the way, but that's what I'm saying.
We don't know. We don't know. We need to know that to be able to understand this. But I'll see what you're saying. Go ahead.
I don't think it was a designed run, but if it was, and I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. But if he'd gave that ball to him, it's probably a touchdown.
It'd been a touchdown.
I think that's my last video that I'm showing on here. Other than that, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is for fun here, guys. Y'all, I just want to just go ahead and run this one. You can just go ahead and run. This is for fun here. You can let this one run 3 or 4 times if you want to.
Damn, we're behind. Georgia took the lead. We suck. It's over with. God damn, we're done. We're done. Life is done. Jesus Christ, it's over with. Damn. There's no way Alabama can drive on Georgia and score again. There ain't enough time. One play.
I love this.
Bam. Okay. Circle, bam. Got you. Bam, bam, bam. Got you again. Bam, bam. Got you.
And he's got time to take the mouthpiece out of his mouth while running. That guy right there is a generational player, man. I'm telling you, this kid is unbelievable, guys. He just absolutely makes him look like the Three Stooges.
He's automatic. I got to give him, he's automatic.
And I was going to put that other catch in there, but I'd rather just put this in there because I didn't know how long these videos would take. He just runs by him. He's got that kind of speed to break away that far from them guys. That's amazing. This kid, I'm telling you, he's only going to get better, Spencer. That's scary as hell. To know he's
17 years old. He's got some genetics in him I am so glad we got him. We got him. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have him after 2 years because don't you have to be at 2 years before you can go pro?
3 years, yeah.
Is it 3 or 2?
Out of high school.
Are you
3 years
sure?
out of high school. Yes, sir.
Okay.
3 years out of high school.
Okay. They may even change that rule. But what we have to worry about is other teams coming after him with money.
Well, you remember whenever Saban first retired, when he retired, Alabama. And the thing, so this is DeBoer's guy. I mean, Saban recruited him, had him in Alabama, right. But he left Alabama, decommitted, and then DeBoer went up there and said, "Hey, come on back, kid." And ain't you glad he did? Because, I mean, he's been a difference maker in every game.
Yes, he is. And I will say that he's going to be a person who win us national championship. I agree with that. But after this year, people's going to already be in his ear and his parents' ear. We'll give you $2 million, $5 million, whatever it would take money-wise to get you to leave Alabama. Now, he is an Alabama man. He was born and raised in Alabama. But he's also family struggles growing up. So they might be able to sway him to leave Alabama for more money. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, here's the thing. If somebody gives him $1 million, does that take away all his problems, you think?
No.
If we give him, we might only give him $1 million. Somebody else might give him $3 million, but $1 million takes away all the problems he's got. And he'll get NIL money. He's going to get plenty of NIL money. So as far as the poverty aspect of NIL money, we're going to have enough money. We're not going to have Texas A&M money, but we're going to have enough money to give him, and it's going to take away the money issue, so he'll be fine to stay at Alabama. Not that there's other teams that won't give him more, but I just think we're going to give him enough money. I don't think he's going anywhere. Like I said, he did decommit, and he recommitted to Alabama, so right then been a perfect time for NIL people to come in and steal.
God, I hope you're right, brother. God, I hope you're right. I'm just because this is a whole new age of college football that I did not ever wanted to see in my life, that I've argued against forever, that would destroy the game as we know it. And I'm right. But we don't. I'm learning year to year. I'm having to change my whole way of thinking about my team in college football, because you don't know from year to year.
I agree with you. It's like that kid from UNLV, Matt Sluka, was talking about. He left the team because he didn't get his money. And so that's going to be a problem with NIL. These kids saying they give this or give that, and they don't get it, so they leave. When they leave, their career is over. I wouldn't sign them. But I don't think if we're going to give him enough NIL money, I don't think money's going to be a problem for him at Alabama. Go ahead.
Oh, I got a thought on this one. It just hit me. What if it wasn't the kid's deal? What if it was the daddy's deal or the mama's deal? What if it was and this could happen to anybody, even our players at Alabama, where we go, all right, we've been in this for 4 weeks. We're 4-0. And the best we did last year was 1-3. Right now, you're the best. You're the reason we're winning. We got this going on. You are the man. So, I think it's time for you to ask for more money.
That could very well happen.
And whoever contacted you, you need to ask for more money. Because if not, we're going to go ahead and pull you out now and put you on the market. We think you a $2 million player. You're our child. You're our child. We know how great you are. We put you through. We want you to do it. Now, how much peer pressure would that be for a kid?
If parents tell him to, he's going to do what the parents pretty much tell him, I imagine. But like I said, that Matt Sluka kid, I think nobody going to put him on their team. But
I disagree with that. I disagree. Somebody will pay the money. Seriously,
they do. I know NIL is going to is really going to destroy the sport. If they don't put some guardrails on this, they're going to wish they had sooner than later. So they better get the guardrails up now and try to figure out how to keep all this from wrecking. Go ahead.
They should have done that 2 years ago, and they didn't do it.
I agree.
It's still the Wild, Wild West, brother. We haven't even seen the worst of it yet. Like I said, we're just starting to see it. This is business now. This ain't player development. This is not – we're talking about football. You got every sport there is in a college that this is affecting. So you're taking away a student's ability to better themselves to be ready for the rest of their lives. For now money is what they're doing. And they're selling it. Their parents are selling it. They're selling it. I mean, it's going to hurt people. I'm sorry. It's going to hurt people. That's just me on that one. Go ahead on anything else you want to talk about. That was on me on that one.
I'm right there with you. And my question to you is going to be about the same player, Ryan Williams. Ryan is such a dynamic player. He's so good, and he's so young, and he's so good. They're getting younger and better every year. It seems like they're getting better. So my question is going to be, is Ryan Williams an evolution or is he a revolution in this type of player that's coming along at 17? We're not talking about 18, 19, 20. Hell, there's players that was 23 years old playing. But this is a 17-year-old kid, and by his end of his third year, he could go pro and get drafted. Hell, Spencer, he's only going to be 19. After his third year, before February, he's going to be 20, but he'll only be 19 years after being 3 years at Alabama. 17, 18, 19, and he'll turn 20 in that February. If he goes pro, by February they had the draft, and when they had the draft, he ain't going to be 20 years old.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I mean. Is this an evolution or a revolution? You know what I mean? Is he going to be a one-of-a-kind kind of – because he's going to be a one-generational player, that's for sure. But is he a character, or do you think this is coming down the pike more with all these kids working out all the time? Now it seems like he's the truly great kids like that seem to work 24/7, 365 all the way through, and I think that's what it is. I think
you just changed the question right then. You just changed the question right then. You did.
I mean,
you did. You just brought up two different questions in the same question. You did. Number one, what do I think about Ryan Williams? Is he generational or what? Straight up, he's definitely a one of a kind. There's no doubt about it. You know, as soon as he can go for the big money, he will be out of here. Is he special? Yes, he is. I love him to death. Love your parents. I love everything about you, son. You are great. There's no doubt about it. But as soon as you know you're going number one in the draft, you're out of here. We know this. God, come on.
You got to.
Number two thing you said. Your second question, you said, Lord have mercy, Lord. You opened up a can of worms on this one.
Oh, man.
No, you did. It'd be like, okay, so this guy just generational? He's all this? Is he a first-round pick? Or is this something new that we have to look at coming forward? How's the kids doing? Is this something new that kids are being developed more now in high school than they ever have before? That's your second. Hey, AJ, good to see you, girl. And Stephen Hicks, I sent you a text. I'm talking right now, AJ. I'm sorry, baby. Mwah, love you. But anyway, you asked, are the kids being taught different? Is the water sweeter than it was before? Is the corn got more protein in it than it before? If people can afford more steaks to feed their kids than they did before, get them all pumped and ready. Is it ready? No. What it is, in my opinion, because I actually did it with my own grandson. I'm saying this, is your grandkids come up, or your kids come up. I go, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. Okay, I got you. So you see the money that they can make in high school right now. You see the money they can make before they even go to college right now. So you as a parent, you basically go to the bank, mortgage your house, mortgage your car, mortgage everything that you worked your ass off to pay for in full so you have a retirement. Now you're mortgaging all that to get the money to send them to every friggin' camp you can, to buy them every star you can buy them So they are noticed by the big dogs that you get the money. You're right now. Back in our day, me and you, they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
No.
You bust your ass and you hope like hell. You went to your career counselor in high school and you went, okay, what do you want to? I mean, I would like to play football. All right, well, we got to do. We need to send film of you here. Then they get with a coach. They would send film out. That's back in our day. And it was on a reel, just so you know, because I'm old as fuck. But what is happening now, to answer your question, is yes, these younger kids are being pushed to be a professional athlete and make money and forget about being a kid. Forget about their childhood. So once their life is done, they get married, they're all up in here, then they want to act like a kid. Then they want to act like somebody that's endowed. I've done this. This is me. I've done this. I've done this. That's how you get the wife abuse. That's how you get the abuses on. All because it starts right here, right now.
I agree.
They're not letting kids grow up, have a good time in life, understand the changes. They are paying them to be abusive later in life. That's my opinion. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry I got on a rant. I apologize. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm glad you got into it. That's a damn good answer. I wouldn't have thought that aspect of it, but you're right. You're taking Putman's world too soon with the raw ability to not be able to handle the ego, the id, and all the other things that go inside up here in his head that makes a grown man because he's a 17-year-old kid classifies to leave early. And I mean, it's plumb scary what these kids can do. But the other questions I got on here, they ain't as near as thought provoking as that. It just simply was that during the game, did Bama take the foot off the gas? You think in the second half more so, or did Georgia just play better? Because
that's that's a damn good question, brother. That's $1 million question that I can't answer. As many times I rewatched it, I can't answer. I really can't answer that. And by your grades that you did on the offensive line tells me the offensive line went wide open. They did not give up at all. They played for 60 minutes. That's what you're telling me on your grades. And that really blew my damn mind tonight. Oh, sorry. Well, I got MA up here. It just blew my mind tonight. I'm going, damn, they did 81, 85, 78, 81. God almighty. That's the best they've ever played. And then what did I actually see in the second half? Damn. You're going to make me have to rewatch it again. I didn't know. I'm telling you right now, I didn't know the play calling got changed. It ain't like they brought in the second string or the third string to play them in the second half. It wasn't like that. No, they were playing. Georgia was playing against our first string, straight up. So for all y'all that's saying no, we had our first string in there. Damn. Good question. I will question the play calling because they didn't really go to let's eat the clock. We got the big lead. Let's just run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle. Because if they'd have done that, we'd have beat them by more points by the grades on the offensive line. But once we fell behind, this is one that's got me. Once we fell behind, because we let off on I will admit, we let off on defense. We wasn't blitzing as much. On defense, we backed off way, big time.
I agree.
But they did show our problem we have is our DBs. That they can be burnt, and they proved it. So they were just throwing the ball up to a spot, and their receivers were getting to that spot, and our DBs couldn't stop them. But they was throwing caution to the wind. They didn't give a shit. But with that being said, on offense, We got behind. They come in, all right, we got this. All right, we're behind. One play. Bam, we're done. Now, granted, it took a major athlete, about a 17-year-old, to do dramatic twist and turn, jukes, and all this to get the touchdown. But even if he didn't get that touchdown, I know we would have scored on that drive, on the next play. Because we got this here. We can score at any time on Georgia. Boom. And they did it. My problem is, when you know that, how come you didn't do that right off the damn get-go? Let's bump this up to 50, 60 points. Then back off and bring people in. But to answer your question, I don't know what happened in the second half. I don't know. I need to know what the orders was from DeBoyer and the coaching staff and that general manager that I'm very proud of that we have. What was the orders given in that second half? I can't grade. I can't judge till I know what it was. That's my answer.
Yeah, I believe we did let off the break, let off gas a little bit. I think we did, for whatever reason, we lost our edge because we got content. And that's where I think we started losing our lost, got a little third time. And I don't like the fact that we did let them back in the game. But, hey, Georgia's a very good ball club. They're going to take advantage of every mistake they can. But here's the thing I took from it also. Georgia scored. We come right back. The pressure's on us. We didn't fold. We threw to our best player, and we got right. We took the lead right back. We didn't – the pressure – when the pressure's on, it to best, and we took it right back down and scored right back on them. Now, some center thinking he may look at – of course, Ryan Wins will make a lot of stuff look easy. But if we could have done that, why can't we do that, like you're saying, we should have kept on doing it till we got 60. We were off. We were missing, but that much. And that damn do a couple passes. I mean, our hands missed it. Just that. Just a little bit.
Really? That much. So that damn receiver for Georgia that had us beat by 15 yards that caught the pass for a touchdown. Is that much? Really? Come on. No,
that's one play.
Easy now. Easy.
That's one play now. Come on now. But I will tell you this. And our secondary is awful young.
Can I ask you this real quick, if you don't mind, sir?
Come on.
It's something I brought up on Monday night on Make It a Double William. I want to ask you because you're very intelligent on football plays and you sink it in, you know what I'm talking about. Trying to find the best way to say it. Why in the hell, after we do the first half the way we played, you come out in the second half and DeBoyer sees the adjustments. Womack, and I'm a supporter of Womack. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big supporter of Womack. I love what he's doing. But he's going to have to make a shitload of changes to that defensive scheme if he wants to continue winning games in the SEC. And that's why I'm going with this question to you. Once they seen the adjustments, and their adjustments was working, after you see they get 5 out of 5 fourth down plays. Why do you not think that we, Alabama and Womack and DeBoyer, didn't demand some type of play changing? Why? I mean, what do you think? Why?
I just think they got comfortable doing what they was doing and thought they could keep doing it because they had a big enough lead. They figured if we keep doing what we're doing, it'll start working again. I mean, I ain't got no answer for you, brother. I wish I could say definitively this is why we did what we did, but I'm like, I don't understand it either. I don't know if our running backs could.
So you think they got –
I think they got content. And once they got content, they were worried to change the
Didn't
play
think about that. They are young. I did not think about that one.
I just think they just didn't want to take a chance on maybe doing something they wasn't really ready to do, and him throwing an interception, be a pick six going on quick. But then again, they didn't think they was going to come back from a 30-7 deficit either.
Okay, well, that being said, let me ask you this. Do you think, after rewatching many times you did, that once we threw to our tight end and he actually misplayed the ball, it popped up in the air, they got a miracle damn interception because the play calling after that point changed a shitload? Do you think they went, all right, we ain't going for it no more. We ain't going to be aggressive. Do you think that was a play-changing moment?
It very well say we died by death, but we didn't die. We won. We just like dying by 1,000 cuts kind of deal. Just a little here and a little there and a little here and a little there. And he threw that ball just, again, was off by just a little bit. If he throws that ball where he's supposed to, where time that shit. Yeah. The tight end catches a ball rather than bounces off his hands and intercept it. You know, if he throws it more accurate, you know, it's a completion. We don't have a turnover. We might get a field goal out of it. Game's over. But it's amazing how some of them plays are so close to being a big play for us compared to a touchdown or a big play for them there toward the end.
I want to ask you this. I'm going to click myself off because I got to go top off again, just so y'all know. Anyway, I'm going to ask you this question before I head out of here real quick. Do you think this performance that Jalen Milroe and Alabama put on against Georgia changes the naysayers about Jalen Milroe? Let me lead up to this real quick. The reason I say that, on my damn live, I'm getting all, yeah, I shouldn't have. Anyway, my live I did on the game, I made it clear to all the passes he was throwing in mid-range. He did a great damn job. Do you think this made a difference on the naysayers, or do you think just a bunch of fucking hate and you can't change them? I'll be right back.
I hear you, big man. I tell you, all we heard last year was Jalen Milroe can throw a deep ball better than anybody. He's got a great touch. He can run the ball, and when he throws it up, he puts it perfectly on the money. And his only weakness was the mid-range pass over the over the linebacker underneath the safety. That he couldn't put the touch pass on it. And other night, however you want to word it, he did. He made all those kind of throws that you expect him to do. He made all the right decisions when he threw the ball. He was 27 of 33 for starts 3 touchdowns and interception, but interception again was off the tight end's hand. They hit him in the hand, and it's behind him. So I understand it's hard to catch for a tight end. He ain't got the body control the wide receiver would have. But I think that at this point in time, they think Beck is supposed to be the best quarterback in the country. Well, he just faced Alabama, and you've seen what each of them done face-to-face, head-to-head, and I think Milroe's the better quarterback of the two. And so right now at this point in time, if you're still saying that Milroe ain't this and Milroe ain't that, I think it's more of you got a Milroe problem. You got an Alabama situation that you can't get out of in your head. It's Alabama player. We don't like him, however you want to word it. But I think it is. I think it's more of a hate problem and actually acknowledging the fact the kid has gotten better under Coach DeBoer's tutelage. And I really think at the end of the year, he's going to be either the first or second quarterback come off the board. And, I mean, he's got all the potential in the world to get better because, I mean, this is his first year with a quarterback coach really is any good. That kid we had last year from Notre Dame, Reese, he couldn't teach a monkey how to pass a fucking football. I mean, he just – that son of a bitch. I mean, it looked like a monkey fucking a football. I was going to say that. I didn't want to say it. But, I mean, now we got a quarterback coach.
I knew what you was thinking, though. That's the funny part. I knew what you was thinking.
And that's what I'm saying, and with a coach now, look what the kid's doing. I mean, this son of a gun, he's coming out there and he takes off. And when he just makes a decision, he makes a decision. So if you don't like him now, it ain't a him problem. It's a you problem.
Yep. All right. Now, that being said, let me let everybody know right now, Only thing I'm finding at this point for the Alabama-South Carolina games that we have the money, BAMA Sports, in the bank to pay for is some serious nosebleed seats. If y'all will let me know over here in the comment section, somebody that's never been in the game, you don't give a damn where you sit, you just want to be there, please put it over here. If you rewatch it, be jamming. You especially, let me know, do you give a damn if it's nosebleed or not? Because I can only spend what's in the bank right now. And right now, the South Carolina game is our next home game. So I'm looking at the nosebleed section. Is that something that y'all willing to do, you will accept, or do I need to get you just a little bit down one more row? You ain't going to get on the 50, right on the end. We can't afford that shit unless somebody rich donates a shitload of money. I'm telling you right now. I'm just trying to get y'all to a game to enjoy the experience. That's all we're trying to do here at BAMA Sports. So please, y'all, anybody that rewatches this, put a comment in there. Let me know if y'all don't give a damn what you said or you do. Please. I mean, AT, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, we definitely need to, guys. If we could all somehow afford to pitch in $5 here, $10 there, kind of, and everybody pitch in and pass out the word. We're trying to help somebody go to a ball game. I mean, that's one of the better things. I mean, we ain't solving world hunger or anything like that, but we're making somebody feel better. It's sort of a small dream to be able to go watch Alabama in person. I'm all for it, Spencer. I mean, that's a great idea. And I mean, if you can, guys, pitch in what you can. Ask your friends if they pitch in $4 or $5. I mean, and $10, whatever you give.
Yeah,
just give what you
can. I'm telling
give.
you right now, it's not for us. We ain't making no damn money off of it. I mean, right now, if I was to click on Icebox, you'll see he's got a damn wife beater on. The man can't even afford a fucking shirt. But we ain't taking the money. We're trying to give y'all the money. That's what we're wanting to do. We can't help it. Our crew can't, we can't afford a shirt. It is what it is. I go commando because I can't afford underwear. So there you go. You got another one right there.
No, but if I'd have said that, he'd zap me. He let you get away with it. But,
we're right here at the end. Give me your last words, brother. Give me your last words, your last thoughts.
Yeah, Bama going forward has definitely got to get better. Ain't no doubt about that. There they are.
Well, we know what our great leader in the backfield is wanting to talk about is the polls. Do you got anything you want to say about the AP polls right here?
Yeah, that's right.
Alabama deserves to be number one.
I don't want them there. I want them at number 3.
Why?
I just to me it's rat poison. It's too early. I say too early. Ain't too early. We got a great team, and I'm worried that somebody will get it in their head and then go to Vanderbilt and get beat because they let that rat poison and we're famous. Made famous by Nick Saban. I'm just worried that some of these young kids, because in our secondary, 9 out of 12 of our secondary are first-year players at University of Alabama. So that means they're first year at that secondary, and that's why our secondary is having so much trouble. And if they get the big head to go with that, oh, my Lord. I mean, we could get beat next Saturday, guys. I mean, but to me, it's rat poison. I want to be 3 or 4, maybe Texas, Ohio State, Tennessee, then us. I'd rather, because we're going to be there at the end of the year. We're going to play Tennessee. We're going to play Texas. And if we win like we're supposed to, we're going to be fine. No doubt about it.
I agree with me personally on that one. We did not play a full game. It's one thing to play a great half, and then the second half is 50-50. You're trying to win. You try to kill the clock, and they came back on you because you was trying to eat clock. No, we didn't do that. We played one half. Second half, we didn't play. So we're not a number one team, in my opinion. Alabama, at this point, is not a number one team. We should not be there. Texas should be there. They've proven they should be there. And I'm sorry, Ohio State's proven they should be in second place. We should still be at third. Put Georgia in at fourth. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. We do not deserve to be number one. You can't tell me the way we played for a full game against Georgia, we're number one. When my thoughts after the game that Georgia was a better team than us, even though they lost. So y'all tell me when they should be number one. I mean, Icebox, you want to get up in here and show your wife beater? Or, I mean, I'm just saying. AT, what do you think, bro?
Like I said, I didn't like it. I'd rather stay at 3 or 4.
You ain't scared? All right, bring it on. Tell us your thoughts.
I think they should be ranked number 2. I do.
I'll give you that.
And I'm not AT. I am not scared of the rankings. Ohio State ain't what I don't think they are or what they should be, even though they got the biggest bank account this year. But I think Texas should be number 1. I don't see why we should jump them. Yeah, am I mad about it? Hell no, I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I'm Alabama all the way, babe. But no, I don't think they should be number 1. I think it should be number 2. It's a bigger target, yeah. But I think it's really kudos to DeBoer and what he's accomplished this year. And I'm going to see some more. What's really going to tell is the Tennessee game. If we win that game, I know it's at home. If we can win that game, even by 1 point, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll take number 1 then.
Well, I got you up here. I know we're a little overtime here, but I got to ask you. You made that comment about Ohio State. This weekend, Ohio State is versing Iowa. Iowa has a great defensive line. Ohio State's giving up 19.5 points as of today. Who would be your pick?
Ohio State.
I'd be Iowa. Just saying it. You need a tiebreaker, I would go Iowa.
Iowa ain't got the offense. They've had defense here lately, but they still haven't got a good offensive coach. So I think Ohio State will end up shutting them down. And it ain't going to be because of Caleb Downs, I'll tell you that much. I ain't even heard his name since he went to Ohio State. It'll be Ohio State itself. So, yeah, I would think Ohio State would still do it.
Okay. I was just curious on that one. I ain't one of my picks this weekend. I was just curious.
Now, you're going by spread, right?
Yes, you got to. That's what you brought up. That'd be a 20 point. It wouldn't be 19.5. That'd be 20.
Be 20 points.
By your rules. That's your rules.
Well, just remember, I only got one. I only got one last week, so I'm going to stick with it, Ohio State.
Anyway, just throwing it out there. But, gentlemen, it's been great. It's been wonderful. Icebox, thank you for running the board. Thank you for giving me an opportunity just to sit up here and talk with my brother and, talk about the game, not worry about comments and putting everything up there. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I love the comments. Don't get me wrong. It's just very hard when you're trying to be interactive with your people up here and trying to look at the comments on the side and make sure I get them up there and stay in tune. It's hard as hell. So when I have an opportunity just to come on and talk my shit and be straight up with somebody and, I got somebody like Icebox in the background, run the comments and everything. It is awesome. It is great. So, but anyway, go ahead. You got anything else you want to do, AT?
Hey, guys, we had a Roll Tide weekend this past Saturday. We had a great game, and so, we won. Don't let the moral victory bother you. Don't let the closeness of the score bother you. We did find a way to win the game, and that's what great teams do. And we're going to be fine. We're going to get better.
There you go. All right, Mr. Icebox, if you'd be so kind to go ahead and take us out with the great words of the mighty Bear Bryant, I would appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You've got to be better in all 3 areas of life, which, of course, are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't don't learn but one thing out of football, it'd be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why,